calling it a wait list, more of a wish list. And it's also not a true first come, first serve type of list.
How badly do you really want a Rolex?
For decades, you've been told a story. The story of the Rolex Waitlist, a simple, honest queue for a watch so popular, the small Swiss company just can't keep up. Today we're going to expose that story for what it is. A brilliantly executed marketing lie. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly how this system is designed to manipulate you, who really profits from it, and why the whole game is starting to change. If you appreciate getting the straight story on luxury, like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell for more. The entire myth of the Rolex waitlist is built on a foundation of plausible deniability. In its official statements, Rolex is clear it does not keep waiting lists. The company places all responsibility for sales directly onto its retail partners, the authorized dealers, or ADS. This allows the brand to remain above the dirty, frustrating, and often demeaning process that you, the customer, have to endure. At the dealer level, the term waitlist has been replaced with phrases like registering your interest or being added to a wish list. This isn't just a change in words, it's a strategic legal move. It removes any expectation you might have of a fair, first-come, first-served system and gives the dealer complete subjective control to sell their limited stock to whomever they choose. The system isn't a line at a deli counter, it's a modern form of patronage. The dealer is the patron and you are the client begging for the favor of spending your own money. So how do you qualify to be a client? The single most important factor is your purchase history, and not just with Rolex. We're talking about high-margin jewelry and less popular watch brands the dealer also carries. Customers who have spent tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars are placed on internal VIP lists, giving them first access to the most coveted models. This leads to the infamous practice of bundling, where the dealer uses the allure of a steel submariner as leverage. They'll implicitly or explicitly tell you that buying a piece of jewelry or another watch is a prerequisite to even be considered for the model you actually want. Beyond spending, you're expected to play the relationship game. This means regular visits to the store, not to buy, but to build rapport with a sales associate. You talk about family, hobbies, anything to prove you are a genuine enthusiast and not a flipper looking to resell the watch for a quick profit. It's a humiliating process where your appearance can be judged and your worth as a customer is questioned until you spend enough money. One potential buyer was told, maybe when you got some more grey hairs and have bought more watches from me, I'll consider having that conversation about a sky dweller. This isn't a byproduct of the system, it's an essential feature designed to create exclusivity. The core of Rolex's official defense is that scarcity is not a strategy. They claim their commitment to quality and hand assembly is a natural limit on production. But the numbers tell a very different story. According to reports from Morgan Stanley, Rolex produces an estimated 1.24 million watches per year. That makes Rolex, by a huge margin, the largest luxury watch brand in the world, with over 30% of the entire Swiss watch market. To put that in perspective, Patek Philippe produces around 70,000 watches a year, and Audemars Piguet makes about 50,000. Rolex is an industrial titan operating with the marketing mystique of a small artisanal workshop. The shortage you experience is not a general shortage, it is highly targeted. The scarcity is overwhelmingly focused on the stainless steel professional models, the Submariner, the GMT Master II, and the Daytona. In stark contrast, a huge portion of Rolex's million-plus unit output is dedicated to its classic collection, especially the Datejust, which may account for over a quarter of all production. These watches are far more accessible. The decision to produce hundreds of thousands of Datejusts while keeping the output of steel Daytonas to a trickle is a conscious strategic choice made by management, not a real production constraint. The most undeniable proof that the waitlist is a constructed lie lies in the grey market. The grey market is a legal, global marketplace for authentic watches. It is not the black market, which deals in fakes. It serves customers who are unwilling or unable to play the AD's games, offering immediate availability for a price premium. This premium is a quantifiable scarcity tax, and it reveals the true market value of these watches. Let's look at the numbers for 2025. A steel Daytona with a white Panda dial retails for $15,100. On the grey market, its price is around $24,000. That's a nearly 59% profit for anyone lucky enough to be allocated one. A GMT Master 2 has a 35% premium. A Submariner date, the Starbucks, has a nearly 30% premium. The existence of this premium proves the retail price is artificially suppressed. Just as telling are the models that trade below retail. A two-tone Submariner sells on the grey market for about a 3.4% discount. If the scarcity was a simple case of overwhelming demand for any Rolex, this would not happen. It proves the scarcity is engineered for specific models. And as a quick note, this information is for educational purposes and is not financial advice. So who profits from this system? The authorized dealers use the scarce models as leverage to move their entire inventory, and it's widely suspected many ADS sell desirable pieces directly to grey market resellers, capturing a share of that scarcity tax for themselves. The grey market dealers, of course, run legitimate businesses based on the arbitrage opportunity Rolex creates. But the ultimate beneficiary is Rolex itself. While it doesn't capture the premium on each watch, the grey market functions as a massive self-funding marketing engine. The constant media coverage and online discussions about soaring prices provide billions of dollars in free advertising, reinforcing the idea that a Rolex is a sound investment and an object of unparalleled desire. The brand's mystique is built on the foundation of this shadow economy that it officially disavows but tacitly encourages. So let's recap. First, the waitlist isn't a list. It's a subjective qualification process where dealers use the watches you want to force you to buy things you don't. Second, the scarcity is manufactured. Rolex is an industrial giant that makes over 1 million watches a year but deliberately chokes the supply of its most popular steel models. And third, the grey market proves it all with massive premiums that represent a tangible scarcity tax on the models Rolex has chosen to make rare. The lie isn't that Rolex watches are in high demand. The lie is the narrative that Rolex and its dealers are victims of that demand, rather than its chief architects. Now that you know how the game is truly played, does it make you want a Rolex more or less? Let me know your take in the comments.